Carlos Alcaraz, the teenage tennis sensation, might seem like just another rich athlete. But there's more to his story. His fame and fortune are skyrocketing. But what's behind the glitz and glamour? Join us as we dive into the lavish lifestyle of Carlos Alcaraz, uncovering his secrets to success. From lucrative endorsements with Babolat Pure Aero 98 to exclusive deals with Nike Air Zoom Vapor X, Carlos is living the dream. But wait, there's more. Want to play like Carlos? Check out the links in the description for his favorite tennis gear. This is the ultimate guide to the life of a tennis prodigy. Stay tuned for all the juicy details. Born on May 5, 2003, in Virginia, Carlos Alcaraz Gonzalez Jr., as we'll call him for clarity, entered the world in El Palmar Mercier, a charming Spanish village. Have you ever visited Mercier? It's not just the birthplace of our tennis sensation, but also a haven for tennis enthusiasts. His dad, Carlos Sr., wasn't just any tennis player. He was shaking up the tennis scene 30 years ago, becoming one of the first Mercians to score ATP points and ranking in the top 40 of Spanish tennis professionals. Imagine being the guy behind Batman, but in tennis, like Batman's tennis-loving dad. As for his mom, Virginia, the world of tennis gets her on edge. Can you imagine watching your own child battle it out with a racket and fuzzy ball? It's like watching a nail-biting movie without popcorn. But Mama Garcia might not chat tennis over dinner, yet she's the proudest cheerleader from the sidelines. So, if you thought Carlos Jr. was the only tennis expert in the Alcaraz family, think again. Meet James, Sergio, and Alvaro, the Alcaraz brothers, who all share a love for tennis. Picture their family gatherings. Less passing potatoes, more passing tennis balls. And while Carlos may get all the attention, let's not forget about his siblings, who are probably trying to outplay him in backyard matches. It's great to have supportive siblings like you here every day, helping me become a better person. We all know love can be tricky, especially when you're trying to score both a date and an ace on the court. That's where Maria Gonzalez Jimenez comes in. She's not just arm candy for Carlos. She's a tennis enthusiast and Instagram sensation in her own right. Maria plays for Mercier Club DET Tennis, and although she's not on international courts yet, her powerful serves and candid moments on Instagram speak volumes. When tennis meets love, it's a match made in heaven. While we celebrate the triumphs of every athlete, it is important to acknowledge the mental challenges that impact their mental health and performance. This is the biggest reason why athletes actively seek professional help. It's normal to have mental health issues, and it's also normal to seek professional support. Ask yourself, do you need help? And if the answer is yes, then we are here to help. Take onlinetherapy.com from the comfort of your home, wherever you are located in the world. Onlinetherapy.com offers comprehensive support through individual and couples therapy, including weekly live sessions, unlimited messaging, and a CBT program with numerous resources like yoga and meditation videos, and much more. As a viewer of our channel, you get a special 20% discount. To learn more or join, click the link in the pinned comment or the description box. Ever wondered what Carlos Alcaraz, the tennis sensation, does with all his millions? Let's dive into the glitzy, or maybe not so glitzy, life of our tennis hero. First off, Carlos's tennis arm isn't just powerful, it's lucrative. At just 13, he was already signing racket deals with Babolat and flaunting the Pure Aero 98, making most teens rethink their life choices. Since then, big names like Nike, BMW, Rolex, and Calvin Klein have lined up at his door, like he's the cool kid everyone wants at their party. According to the money maestros at Forbes, by August 2022, Carlos netted a whopping $5.9 million from his tennis antics and another $5 million from off-court shenanigans, totaling a cool $10.9 million. By 2023, his vault swelled to a staggering $16,660,032, and that's before we've seen his Wimbledon or US Open performances. Imagine adding those cherries to this rich cake. Now, let's dive into the exciting world of endorsements with Carlos' lifestyle. Starting with his endorsement deal with Babolat until 2025, followed by a hefty $1 million handshake with Nike. It seems Carlos has struck gold in the branding department. From catching Rolex's eye in January 2022 to sealing the deal with Aloso in June of the same year. Then, zooming into July 2022, he's driving off into the sunset with BMW. And let's not forget his fashionable collaborations with Calvin Klein and Louis Vuitton in 2023. Our boy is definitely a hot commodity. But wait, there's more. When it comes to demand, this tennis heartthrob is at the top of his game. According to Tennis World USA, Carlos can rake in an estimated $7 million for a simple Instagram shout-out. With a follower count that's steadily climbing towards the stratosphere, he's got the world at his feet. So, what's next for Carlos' lifestyle? With his star power shining brighter than ever, it's anyone's guess where his brand empire will take him next. One thing's for sure. When it comes to endorsements, Carlos is the name on everyone's lips, and the cash just keeps rolling in. He's chasing after big names like Nadal, Djokovic, and Kyrgios. And yep, Andy Murray is right behind him, but Carlos is too busy focusing on his game to notice. But where does Carlos lay his head after a sweat-drenched match? Does he retreat to a lavish mansion, or does he prefer a humble abode? Perhaps he's a fan of cozying up in a quaint cottage, away from the glitz and glamour of his professional life. After all, even tennis superstars need a place to unwind and recharge. So, while the net may not be the only thing causing a racket in Carlos's life, it's clear that his financial success is certainly making some noise. But guess what? Despite his millions, Carlos doesn't live in a fancy mansion or villas like you'd expect. Nope, no Beverly Hills skyline for him. He's rocking a normal teenager vibe, living in the J.C. Ferrero Equity Academy. And get this, it's not just any academy. It's owned by his coach, Juan Carlos, and Maria Sharapova hangs out there too. Now, picture this. Carlos lives in a quaint 90 square meter wooden house. Yep, the same one he lived in during his days as world #1. Talk about luck, right? And even though he could easily afford a Ferrari, he's modestly cruising around in a $90,000 BMW. Maybe he thinks the thrill of speeding is best left to his serves. Speaking of serves, they zoom at a crazy 220 kilometers per hour. So, there you have it. Carlos might be rubbing elbows with tennis royalty, but he's keeping it real with his humble digs and down-to-earth ride. Who needs a mansion when you've got skills like his? But wait, there's more. Carlos isn't just about tennis, he's also giving back. His foundation, started in 2022, has raised over $12 million. Plus, his US Open winning tennis trainers were auctioned off for a noble cause. Isn't that ace? Lastly, while many debate waking up early, Carlos is at the gym by 9:30, possibly flexing more than just his muscles. Transforming into the tennis titan we know and love, with his family's influence still firm. The only luxury Carlos seems to chase is the dream of tennis supremacy. From family genes to tennis dreams, and from brotherly rallies to courtly romance, Carlos Alcaraz's life isn't just about chasing a fuzzy green ball. It's the tale of a boy surrounded by love and passion, aiming to carve a name for himself. That's a wrap on our deep dive into the world of Carlos Alcaraz. Feeling inspired to hit the court? Don't forget to check out the gear that helps Carlos dominate the game. Find the links in the pinned comments and description box below. Keep swinging.